What's good, everybody? It's your boy Clark Avenue back again with another video. You already know what time it is. You should definitely know what time it is. You know, Clark got something for y'all. Clark Avenue definitely got something for y'all. Now, right now, I'm gonna need everybody to hit that like button real quick. All right, hit that like button. Take 5 seconds to hit that like button right now, and also hit that notification bell. Okay, click all notifications. All right, that way you know I'm coming. You know what I mean? So, while y'all doing that, big shout out to Boss Blake, man. I appreciate his words of wisdom. I mean, I definitely took that in. And when you speaking the truth and wisdom, man, it just hit different. You feel me? You just hit different. That's why y'all continue to watch what y'all watch. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all for being here. And we're going to get right up into this video. I did a video on this. This is Mike saying, if you ever in that room and you talk, you a cop. It's a lot of people making a big deal out of this. It's not that difficult. You know what I mean? It's just not that difficult. Um, I honestly, personally think he's referring to the room, but a lot of people think he's referring to the interrogation room. But let me be the one to tell you that it doesn't matter if he's talking about the room or the interrogation room. You know why? Because it's all that he's talking about the same situation. What went down in that hotel room? You feel me? During Irene's live, because he wasn't there the whole time. If you ever in that room and you talk, you a cop. So if you in the interrogation room and you talking to the police and you tell what you're not supposed to tell, he calls you a cop. He says you a cop. So so it doesn't matter if he's talking about the interrogation room or the room, the hotel room, 926. It just does not matter, okay? It's all dealing with the same situation. So he never said what room, but you know what I mean? All I'm saying is he said this. He's still covering his own ass. And not to mention, I think one of his family members even commented on a post. You feel me? He said he grown. If he's guilty, he's guilty. That's what they said. If he's grown, he's a grown ass man. But they said they want justice for Kenneka too. So I gave them my contact. I told them to reach out to me if they want to tell me anything. And you know, that's that. I can't force nothing on nobody, but I definitely reached out. Okay? So that's that. Also, let me go to something else that he posted that he deleted. Mike said, now he deleted this. First off, send my condolences to that girl family. That's some foul shit that happened. Motherfucker calling me saying they hear my voice. That's me arguing with my motherfucking homie because I was ready to go. I was letting that dude dictate my pace. I'm the motherfucker who was driving, so I kept his ass. I'm about to leave, bro. You riding or not? You talking about thirsty for some puss. Boy, you motherfuckers must not know me. Motherfuckers calling me talking about they hear my voice talking about I'm sick. I'm going to jail. Y'all making statuses about me because y'all can't put a face on it. But y'all are the people I know. Either y'all had interactions with me on Facebook or y'all know me in real life. Bitch ass won't say it now on mic. You motherfuckers graduated from being nosy to fucking detectives. Okay, now what stood out to me because he deleted this. Keep in mind that he deleted this. He said it's some foul shit that happened. What do you know? That's my question. What do you know? Of course, we all know Kenneka was found dead in the freezer. We all know that. Okay? But I would definitely like to know what he meant by this. That's some foul shit that happened. Okay? Because it definitely was. But what really got my attention was Mike saying, y'all making statuses about me. Y'all making statuses about me because y'all can't put a face on it. Put a face on what? Is my question. Put a face on what? What went on in the room or her death? Come on, because you know most people ain't blaming you for the freezer part. We blaming you for what had happened in that room when you entered. Let's go back to here when you said, I'm the motherfucker who was driving, so I kept his ass. He said, I'm about to leave, bro. You ride it or not. We all heard that, and we all heard other stuff as well. You feel me? We heard Killer saying, What are you doing, bro? Lay her down, bro. Nah, bro, let her go. You tripping. All of that. And then we can hear more of you in the background. You know what I mean? And this is right before Monifah was saying, Kenneka, you need to enjoy yourself. Me and you gonna step outside real quick. And y'all remember when Irene said, what y'all finna do? And they just completely ignore her. Go back to my first live I did with the Irene live. Go back to my first one. You can see Irene saying, what y'all finna do? And they did not respond to her because what was going on at that point was this part. I'm about to leave, bro. You right or not? And Killer was saying, nah, let her go, put her down, and all that. This wasn't about him just leaving. He was doing some extra stuff as well at the same time because they knew Irene was going live. Somebody had to whisper to Mike. There was somebody who whispered to Mike, she going live, she going live. And he didn't care. He just didn't care. You feel me? He knew his face wasn't on it. So I'm just saying, this is that. All right. So y'all can read through this and look over it yourself. Now, I was just peeping out this dock door right here. Now this is close to the crime scene. So I was just looking. I was looking through this glass and I just want to point out that I see a trash bag. The only reason why I'm pointing it out because it's close to the crime scene. You feel me? So it may mean something, it may not mean something. But I just definitely wanted to point that out. A trash bag in that office right there. And also, this is the area where the camera doesn't work. Dock doors right here. Okay, now, I'm sure a lot of people have already thought of this like this. Disregard this mark right here because, I selected the wrong part. But right here, Kenneka was once right here on the ninth floor. You got to think about it. She ended up coming from here all the way down to the basement first, and then wandering all around the hotel, kitchen, outside of the kitchen, back into the kitchen, up the stairs, in the very back of this hotel. Very back of the hotel. While everybody kept on walking past through here, Kenneka was right there. We all know this. Just picture that. Just look at that. That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. And that's why Mr. Feiger is doing what he's doing right now. That's why he's going so hard on the hotel because because first and foremost, they are legally responsible. You feel me? Legally responsible. Look at that. Look, there's no way she should have got from here as a guest and ended up all the way out here in employee areas. You feel me? So just think about that, man. Keep that on your mind. You know, if y'all, the things that I be telling y'all, man, something to really think about. You know what I mean? To really think about. This is a real investigation. Now, for one, I do not believe Kenneka walked into that freezer. I'll play it one time and then I'm going to talk. So, to me, what had happened here, Kenneka never walked in that freezer. You feel me? She wasn't even thinking about that freezer. She definitely wasn't. And this is why. She passes the freezer up, y'all. Now, if y'all pay attention closely to what she does back here and the time. Not this time, but right here, how much time she spent before the shadow appears. Check this out. She walked right past the freezer right there. And watch, she's gonna come back. And that's why we see her shadow. You feel me? But what I believe is she never went in this freezer. She walked back out, y'all. She walked back out of that back area. That's what she did. Now, if you follow me, this would make sense right here, what I'm about to show you next. Pay attention, because what are they saying that the cameras are doing? They said the camera cut off because it's detected by motion. And the last sensor that go off, it takes 10 seconds before that shadow appears. See? Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Click. That is a perfect time to split or take out whatever you need to take out before she appeared. That's all we seen was a shadow, y'all. That was not a door. We don't see a light come on or nothing. That was her shadow. She was coming back. So something had to happen, y'all, when she came back. And everything that they're trying to tell us, of course, is a lie. Is a big lie. And I'm definitely going to go over these statements for y'all. Because there's a lot of people who missed it. It's a lot of people who missed it. And I believe it's very important that we go through this together. All right? Because we need to spread this word. And then the next thing caught in this camera that they're showing us, this man, for some reason, he was downstairs in a lower level kitchen, um, collecting data off of something. I don't know if he was going up to like freezers, little meters, and taking notes, but he was taking notes on a clipboard. Now he's up here, and his body language is curious. Look at his body language. Glasses. Boom. He looks to the side and everything. I'll tell you one thing. If I hear something and I'm trying to listen closer, I'll turn my head to the side just to see if I can catch a better listen. So I just wanted to point that out. You feel me? The signs he's given right here is telling me that something abnormal is going on, something that doesn't usually happen. Do we hear something at 20, 34, 39, 99? Kenneka has been in there for quite a while. So, did he hear the freezer on? Is he hearing the freezer and wondering why the freezer is on? Or do he hear voices? He was called away from here on radio. You know what I mean? So, he was witnessing something at this moment. What was going on in his head? You feel me? So, y'all have to understand that Kenneka never walked in that freezer, y'all. They said it themselves. They don't have visual of Kenneka going in this freezer. So why say she went in the freezer? Why say that she intentionally went into this double cooler freezer? Look how she passed that up. Why intentionally? Why couldn't y'all say something's up? You know what I mean? Something's up. Why didn't y'all say that? Why didn't y'all investigate any further? Because the questions that y'all asked these employees were pretty much irrelevant. And then y'all kept on asking them the same question. First of all, you found Kenneka alone. Look how he's only looking in one direction. He's not even turning his head. Goes straight to the freezer. Pay attention to the time spent right here. Look at the shadow. He's right here. He goes in now. Comes back out. Look, switch keys in his hand. Like a normal day. Like he said, he began the day like any other normal day. And who does he go and get? PSO Wash. And what did PSO Wash do? To be honest, PSO Wash, his body language looks pretty normal. Because if you found the body, he does not want to go first. According to the statements, the assistant beverage manager was telling PSO Wash she's back there. And the PSO Wash said, "You go, you show me. You go in front of me, you go." You know what I mean? You lead the way. And that's exactly what I saw. See the flashlight. Now, this is when he called on the radio and told everybody that he found the body. Now, I need y'all to really pay attention to what I'm about to say right now. Really focus, okay? Why is PSO Wash alone? When you're doing a search, you need a witness. You need a witness just in case you see something or run into something. You know what I mean? You need a witness so they can vouch for you. So why was PSO Wash in this area alone? Because this is where the beverage manager came and got PSO Wash. He was standing out here. The beverage manager said, "Scared the hell out of me." PSO Wash was like, "What? What do you mean? Did you see something? Did you see a body?" He said, "Yeah." Took him back to the freezer area from here. So PSO Wash was out here alone. And it's clear that he came alone. If he told them he saw a body and there was other officers, I'm sure that other officer would have said, "Come on, guys, he saw something. He found something." And then they will all be marching in here. But where were the other officers at this point? Where were all the officers at this point, y'all? All the officers were in the laundry area. If y'all don't know where the laundry area is, there's a lot of people who know, but there's more who don't know, okay? The laundry area is where the elevators are. So I'm going to just say this. PSO Wash was right here when the beverage manager came and got him. They walked in, found Kenneka right here. All the other officers were all the way on this side of the hotel, but the lower level in the basement. So they were in the basement all the way on this side of the hotel. My question is, why are y'all all the way over here? If y'all have been studying and listening to, these statements that the YouTubers are reading through, there's no reason, I'm going to say, there's no reason for y'all to be all the way over here on the side of the hotel. You know why? Because right here, this is when the management found Kenneka walking into the kitchen area by the restrooms, and she had to take them there. So what did she do, y'all? She left from behind the front desk area, took a right, and went down these lobby stairs, right in the lobby. Why did she go this way? Because she knew this is Kenneka's footsteps. This is what they want to sell. At this moment, they didn't want to show us the back way to get to that kitchen area. Kenneka was just right there. They didn't want to know. They didn't want us to know that she was literally right there. She took them down this route. This is when they all knew where Kenneka was seen on footage by management. She took them all the way around. Now look at the time. Pay attention to the time. 23:36. So basically, now they literally found Kenneka's body like 40 minutes or so from this time ahead. You know what I mean? So this is about 40 minutes before they found Kenneka. So y'all saw her going into that kitchen area at this time on footage. So what would they call that? The ideal search area. That's your search area. So why would y'all be all the way over here on this side of the hotel behind these walls searching her when y'all found her? You know what I mean? When they found her right here, they was behind these walls in the laundry area, all the way by the elevators. What kind of investigation, what kind of search is that? What kind of search is that? Come on now. There's no way. There is no way your ass should be all the way over here. Put two and two together. I don't know what they was doing. Why did they send? Why was PSO Wash alone and not with them? Y'all gotta know something. Y'all know something. Cause this him being alone raises a red flag. Most definitely. Oh, and I definitely got more to talk about. Don't y'all go nowhere. You feel me? Cause it's about to get hot in here. It's about to get hot. Aight. It's definitely about to get hot. About to turn the heat up on these motherfuckers, man. Because I ran into a photo of this kitchen. I've never seen a photo any different than, what we see on footage. But let me show you something. Where's the cup? Where is the motherfucking cup? Where did this photo come from, y'all? When was this photo taken? Because as far as I remember, that cup was never removed. So when did they take this photo? Hmm, something ain't right, y'all. Because to me, it shouldn't be no reason why we never seen that photo. Now, I got something else I want y'all to pay attention to. We all seen this, but listen to what I have to say. Now, what they told us was there were no signs of struggle in these freezers or in the kitchen area. So why didn't y'all bring this up? There's a crack here. Clearly, there is a crack. No signs of force. Are you sure? Have y'all been here in this freezer before? Have y'all been here? Because if y'all have never seen this crack in y'all life, Rosemont PD, y'all should have questioned why this crack was here. You know what I mean? Y'all don't know how long this crack been here. We don't know. The only people who would know is the hotel. So why didn't y'all take this in? This is inside the freezer. This is the freezer latch emergency button. Did you ever think that, if Kenneka was alive in this freezer at one point, that she did try to open this glow in the dark emergency exit? This exit button? Did you ever think that she did try to open it, but she couldn't? And she kicked that motherfucker. Let me tell you something. If I was stuck in the freezer and I was pushing the button to get out, because that's the type of sense that I have, and that motherfucker would not open, most definitely, bro, I'm kicking the shit out of this doorknob. I'm kicking the button. for sure. Why is this cracked? Why is that cracked? These are questions that all need to be brought up. If we ask Rosemont, why is this crack here? They would say, you know what? We never really got to that. Right. Exactly. Y'all wouldn't have an answer. You wouldn't have an answer. And then you'll try to say something like, oh, we will find out. We'll get back with you. Head ass. You feel me? So, like, there's so much. There is so much in this case. So much in this case. Definitely not done. Go ahead, hit that like button right now, y'all. Like button. Look at him waiting around, dangling his keys like it's just a normal day. And guess where he went, y'all, after this? Y'all know where he went? He went all the way to the laundry area in that hallway and started grabbing blankets or something. All the way away from the scene. The hotel didn't show no type of care for this little girl because y'all was involved. Why did the beverage manager go to the freezer by himself? Is my question. Why did he go to the freezer by himself, y'all? I asked him what his reaction was to finding the body in the freezer. He stated that he had never found a body and was extremely nervous. He thought that the police officer, PSO Wash, searching the area, was behind him when he entered the cooler. Now, does this look like he thought somebody was behind him? Look at all this space. You like you're not even looking behind him. You're not talking to nobody. Why would you be walking? And why would you be going straight to the freezer though? If you thought he was behind you, you're going straight to the freezer. You thought he was behind you, yo. What, you was showing him something? Did you already know? Yeah, something tells me that you already knew that she was here. You feel me? I can match this stuff up. You know what I mean? I can easily match this up with your statement. It doesn't make sense. You knew where she was. Did you unlatch these doors? Did you unlock these doors? Did he unlock these doors? Is the question. I already believe that these doors over here was locked, that he's exiting out of. You know why? Because J Money took a photo of a locked door, and it looked like exactly like this. It was these doors. You know what I mean? It was, and it had a lock on the outside, and also there's a way that you can latch it in the inside, which you have to unlock it from the inside. What's your reasoning for coming out of the side door? Maybe because he had to unlock the inside part of these doors. That's just all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Because you come from two different places. It ain't like he came from through here. He didn't come through here. He came through here. So what is that telling me? Now he's going here to unlock it. So he can go get the officer. Y'all kept these doors locked. At some point, man, they were locking doors and unlocking them. Definitely. There's no way that you thought he was behind you. What else did he say? Just listen, y'all. This is assistant beverage manager. He began the day like any other day. You know what I mean? Food and beverage related issues. Blah, blah, blah. You know. Assistant beverage manager continued to assist Rosemont Public Safety Department personnel later in the evening and early morning with a search, excuse me, for a missing female in the hotel. Assistant continued that he searched the back kitchen while patrol officers were searching the dock area and dock roofs areas. Now he said while patrol officers were searching dock area and roof areas. Patrol officers? It was only PSO Wash though. It was only PSO Wash that he got and brought to the kitchen. That's what I saw. Assistant beverage manager explained that this kitchen was originally a kosher kitchen which had been closed for approximately 2 months. Assistant beverage manager was asked if anyone may have been in the kosher kitchen. He stated that again, it had not been used for approximately 2 months and equipment had been removed as part of an upcoming renovation. Come on, just answer the goddamn question. Yes or no? Do you know? Can you find out? Something. Don't say, oh, we ain't been using this, blah, 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 blah. The important thing is he asked you a fucking question because this is a crime scene. It's a crime scene. So you don't say that. So you should be answering these questions thoroughly. You're a hotel staff. Come on, stop acting like people in the street. I got something for this, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something for this after I get done reading this. I then asked him again about whether or not the doors to both the cooler and freezer were closed. He was sure that both doors were closed and latched. I then asked him if he recalled if the lights were on in either walk-in cooler or freezer portion. He stated that he couldn't recall, but that he was sure he didn't flip any light switch on in the cooler or freezer. Assistant beverage manager stated that he was searching the units with his flashlight keyring. Okay, he don't know if the lights were on or off when he found Kenneka. Come on, why wouldn't you remember that? And there's only one answer to this anyway because you say you use your flashlight. If the lights was on, you wouldn't have to use your flashlight, okay? You wouldn't. So the lights were clearly off when y'all found her. That's what you're telling us. And also, that's what PSOY showed us with that flashlight when they found him. The lights were off. PSO Wash confirmed that the lights were off. Now, this question right here is one of the best questions I've seen asked. I asked him if he knew why the power was still on to both walk-in cooler and freezer. Why? What did he say? He stated that the hotel was not using the units, but they were being leased to the group that was opening the new restaurant in that area. He's talking about Bill Murray, Caddyshack. He didn't even answer the question, y'all. I asked him if he knew why the power was still on in both cooler and freezer. Why? And you know why you're the perfect person to answer this question? Because you are the assistant food and beverage manager. You're the assistant. So that means you're doing all the work, okay? You're doing all the work while Lenny sit back and chill. You do all the work. You should know these questions. And you didn't give an answer. He was unaware of the normal operating temperature was. Come on, he's an assistant beverage manager. Come on, even a prep cook has to be served safe. Serve safe. Said this once before. Serve safe. Something that only restaurant employees really know about, which means you go through temperatures of freezers, how to store food properly, and all type of cleanliness and safety procedures. That's what the Serve Safe test is, and everybody, especially an assistant beverage manager, you definitely had to take that test. You know these questions. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't have Serve Safe who works in a restaurant, and that's because at least the management has to be Serve Safe in order to run a kitchen with employees. As long as someone is there who's management who and Serve Safe, it's appropriate. But as far as Crowne Plaza, you assistant beverage manager, you serve safe. You know what I mean? You serve safe. I worked in a kitchen where it was preps who would serve safe. Prep, and that's literally cutting fruit. wrapping stuff, storing it. Food, running food, food prep, serve safe. You understand me? But back to this, y'all. What I highlighted. I then asked the assistant beverage manager again about whether or not that both doors were closed in the freezer and the cooler. If you here, you winning. You feel me? If you still here, you were definitely winning. Okay? Y'all remember this. This is what Rosemont PD gave us. I'm gonna break this shit down like it ain't nothing. Cause this is what they gave us. This is what they allowed us to see. This is the cooler door, y'all. What do y'all see? The door remained open. This is what they gave us. The door remained open. So that means if Kenneka was to ever walk in here, this door should have remained open because we know for sure Kenneka is not she's not turning around and closing this door behind her like this is a normal handle. She's not doing that, okay? When Kenneka walked in here, if it was dark, let's just start there. If it was dark in here, what are you going to see when you walk into a dark freezer and the door closes behind you? Darkness. Darkness. You can't see nothing. The only thing you'll be able to see if you turn around is a blue line that will lead you to outside of that freezer. Wouldn't that make sense? If you was drunk, if you was sober, you would still comprehend. You know what I mean? You would still comprehend. You can walk on your 2 feet. You would still comprehend. She would have walked to this light and pushed this door open. She would have ran into the door or anything. You know what I mean? The door would have been open. So what I'm saying is Kenneka should not have never been locked in this first cooler. The beverage manager said both doors were latched and closed. So who closed it is the question. Who closed this door behind Kenneka? Who locked her in here? Because Kenneka didn't lock herself in here. She was never locked in here if she was alone. And oh yeah, let me tell you something. Also, what she's not going to do while this blue line is showing in the dark, if she was in this freezer, she is not going to find another door in the dark. Okay, y'all? She is not going to be able to find that cooler door in the dark. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm telling you, make this shit make sense. I'm making it make sense. I'm showing y'all that what they gave us, according to the statements and what they trying to say happened, this door should never been closed. Why were they both closed, assistant beverage manager? Who was there? Somebody's not saying something. Somebody's not saying something. A lot of people's not saying something. You feel what I'm saying? And another thing that's crazy to me is when they said they saw Kenneka, they stated you could not see Jenkins physically enter the freezer, but could see what appears to be a light reflect off the door when it was opened. Now you see what they said, right? They seen a light reflect off of the door. What door? You can't see a door in the freaking footage. You can't see the freezer door. It's not visible. What are y'all saying? Why are y'all just allowed to just throw this shit in here that don't really make sense? Now, real quick, I'm about to show y'all where they said they saw a light come on in the freezer as the freezer door opened. You could see the light come on. Now, just listen to this real quick. This is my old video. Fine, where they said, found it, y'all. PSO Lobianco stated Kenneka is not observed entering the freezer on video surveillance because the freezer door is out of view of camera. However, PSO Lobianco stated you can appear to see a light come on as the freezer door was opened. Bow!
All lies, y'all. All lies. So this is their proof. They claim they saw a light, y'all. This is their proof. I had to get it before I ended the video, but this is what they use to prove that she put herself in that freezer. Right there. For one, how do you see a light? You know what I mean? Y'all made that up. Y'all made that up. That's so
A freezer light at that. So y'all claim y'all saw a light come on as the freezer door opened. That's what it says right here. Some of y'all may not be able to see that because it is kind of blurred. You can appear to see a light come on as the freezer door was opened. So y'all really just said anything y'all wanted to. This doesn't make any sense. You see what y'all, Rosemont PD, just so y'all can, take some notes. What we are doing is what y'all should be doing today. Y'all should be still doing this. If y'all would have did this from the beginning, we would have been satisfied because we would have seen justice happening. But y'all created all of this. The hotel created all of this. Jedediah said it. The hotel created all of this madness that's here today. We are frustrated. Still are. You feel me? So come on. Kenneka shouldn't have been locked in that freezer, yo. She shouldn't have been locked. She shouldn't have been locked. She shouldn't even been in the freezer. Because honestly, I don't believe she should have made it in here. But there's no way y'all gonna tell us that the light was on when she entered, but off when y'all found her. Because even if the lights were on when Kenneka came in here, let me tell you something. If the lights were on when Kenneka walked in here, y'all, that means someone was here with her. Because when they found her, the lights were off. Okay? So even if I do go by your lies and your statements or whatever, if I go by your statement, you said the lights were on as she entered the freezer. But when y'all found her, the lights were off. She didn't cut those lights off. You know why? Because in the cooler, the light switch is on the outside of the door. There's no way for you to turn it on or off once you're in the freezer or the cooler. In the freezer, you can't turn the lights on or off inside the freezer either. You can only do it if you were in the cooler because the light switch is on the outside of the freezer. So Kenneka is not touching these switches. She's not cutting the lights off on herself before she's not walking in no darkness. Like I said, the only thing that would make sense is if she walked in this cooler, but she shouldn't have made it to that freezer part. She's not gonna walk into more darkness. I mean, it's understandable for her to walk in this cooler. I'm gonna keep saying it. Because when you open the door, what do you see? Light come into the cooler until that door pretty much closes, which it doesn't close all the way. Then it gets dark. Okay? That's the only reason why she would walk in here. She's not walking in that second freezer. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I'm not trying to get y'all to believe no bullshit. You know what I mean? This is some stuff that we really, really, really do need to think about right here. I'm pretty sure I explained it very well. I'm not going to give y'all no bullshit. I'm not about to waste y'all time here, okay? Especially with this Kenneka Jenkins. All right? So what y'all have to do is share this right now. Share it. Come on. I need like 1,000 shares. You know why? Because that's where we're at. We're on YouTube. I posted this video on YouTube. Y'all come to YouTube to talk about Kenneka. And we need to get the word out. Because that's what's going to reopen this case besides waiting on, Miss Teresa and Jeffrey Feiger. What's going to get people to relook at this Exposure, y'all. Exposure. Has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with Kenneka. If y'all can just put that into y'all minds, okay? You know what I mean? It's J for K. Now I'm about to talk about Monifah for a second because I'm about to show y'all what she said. Now this is Monifah's police statement right here. Just to show y'all, it was a ripping energy drink. Ripping. Not Red Bull, but that doesn't really matter what type of brand, okay? It doesn't. That really, I just wanted to point that out. But this is the main thing I paid attention to. Monifah stated she, Kenneka, and Shemaya walked out of the hotel room to leave the party shortly after 3 o'clock, September 9, 2017. 3 o'clock? I don't believe that, okay? It's always been, a sketchy time. And there's plenty of reasons why. It is not because of YouTubers was saying 2 o'clock. No, because I believe what was said earlier and what happened earlier is what's very important. Okay? Because this was a little bit later. This was the 12th. All right? Monifah stated they realized they did not have Kenneka's cell phone and keys when they were in the hallway outside of the hotel room near the elevators. Monifah stated they then went back inside the hotel room to get Kenneka's belongings. Once inside the room, once inside the room, y'all. Once inside the room, Monifah realized Kenneka did not follow her and Shemaya into the room, so they already, at this point, realized that she didn't walk behind them. Monifah said she realized that Kenneka did not follow her into the room. She tried to throw Shemaya's name right there. Once inside the room, Monifah realized Kenneka did not follow her into the room. Monifah, you see the H right here? You see the H? They forgot to get the H in Monifah's name. Monifah stated they found Kenneka's phone and keys inside the room and then walked back out into the hallway. Okay, so it looks like that they just went in the room, got the keys and phone right away, and came back out. But that's not the case. Monifah stated it took approximately 10 or 15 minutes to find Kenneka's phone and keys. When they exited the hotel room again, Kenneka was no longer in the hallway. Well, shit. 10, 15 minutes? Come on, y'all. What kind of friends are these? First of all, I don't believe it's 10, 15 minutes. I just believe it's fucked up that they created a lie this terrible. They literally created a lie that showed how much they really, really cared about Kenneka. So y'all want to lie and say it took approximately 10 or 15 minutes to find Kenneka's phone and keys? So you mean to tell me y'all left y'all drunk friend in the hallway for 15 minutes and you knew she wasn't behind you when you walked in the room? Hmm. I know it didn't take 15 minutes for you to notice that she didn't follow you, but that is such a wicked lie. The only reason why they said 10 to 15 minutes is so they can get the police to understand, okay, that much time, she could have went anywhere. Anything could have happened. It's easy to say that if something bad were to happen to Kenneka, it wasn't them. It was somebody on the outside of the hotel. That's what that 10, 15 minutes is there for, to completely cover them responsible for Kenneka. Okay? That's what that 10, 15 minutes. Let me tell you something. That whole hallway situation with Monifah, Shemaya, and Kenneka is not true. I Monifah claimed she took Kenneka off the bed, and Irene Peoples claimed that as well. They said Monifah said, "Kenneka, get your drunk loose ass up, drunk in front of all these people." And then Monifah take Kenneka out into the hallway. This is what's been said by them. What doesn't make sense is if you had to pick her up and get her outside the room and she was on the floor with her head in between her legs up against the wall or something, messed up. Why would you think she's following you back into the room? If she needed help getting off the bed, that means she needed help getting back up. So it's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. It is a lie. 100%. That's just what it is. It is a lie. And then also, it does what else doesn't line up is the fact that Kenneka was in the hallway with y'all. And Kenneka and y'all claim that Kenneka is telling y'all, where's my keys, my phone? It's in the hotel room. She's talking to y'all, telling y'all where her keys is. She can't be that fucked up at this point. But y'all want to claim that she came up missing and disappeared sometime after 3 o'clock. And she showed up in that lower level, not knowing where she going, just walking into her death in all these employee areas, places where anybody would know that something bad could happen. How is she telling you where her stuff is upstairs, but then minutes later she's seen getting off the elevator impaired? That's because none of this happened at 3:30. None of that happened. And plus y'all been and plus in Irene Live, they been said that it clearly wasn't 3 o'clock. 3:30 is when the party stopped and y'all was looking for her. Everybody was looking for her. That's what they said. This really happened at 2. And the reason why I'm gonna say at 2:30, before 2:30, is when Kenneka came up missing. The reason why I say that is because Lenora. This is when the police reported to Rosemont Hotel because the girls were knocking on the guest doors looking for her sister. And listen what's said by Lenora. And this is early, 9/9. This is literally the same day Kenneka came missing. She said her friends came home early in the morning and advised her sister was last seen in the hallway on the ninth floor when they went back to get her keys and her phone. Lenora said her friends told her Jenkins waited outside in the hallway, and when they came back out, she was gone. Lenora said Jenkins did not have her phone because she left it in the hotel room. Lenore advised her friends last saw Kenneka Jenkins in the hallway on the ninth floor around 2:30. That's what I'm going off of because when you tell a family member that your sister or your family member is missing and they give you a time, oh, better believe that they are not going to forget that time. They don't even have much to go off of, the family. This is what's told to them, and they're going to remember that time, specifically that time. 2:30 is what y'all told them before. We don't know what went on the next 3 days because it seems that a lot of people was being quiet, like somebody was talking to them behind the scenes, saying if you talk, you a cop. Also, maybe the hotel reached out to Monifah. Maybe the police reached out to Monifah. We don't know. But stories started to change at that moment. Okay? And I actually forgot to show y'all this. So if y'all here, y'all blessed. Okay? Y'all here, y'all blessed. The police said this. While speaking to other guests, the manager notified us that she observed Jenkins on video at 3:30 hours in the lower level area of the hotel entering an employee area. That was the kitchen. Remember, she went in the bathroom, stumbled on a rail, and ended up going back into the kitchen. That's what this is. We'd had we had manager take us to the area where she observed Jenkins entering, and that was this. Remember when I showed y'all them coming down the hallway and going to the area? She took the footsteps of Kenneka. She already knew. She already knew the footsteps that Kenneka took. All she wanted to do was paint the narrative for us. She didn't want to show us the other ways to get to that kitchen. So this is what she wants to show us. They know what happened. They know what happened. Because why wouldn't you take a shortcut there? Huh? Why wouldn't you go down the food court hallway and be there? Why would you go down here, walk all the way around, do all of that? You can literally cut time, get there faster. Come on. Crowne Plaza did not care about Kenneka. They covered it up as they went. As they went, they tried to hold as much time as they could. The area she showed us entered into the employee kitchen and basement area. What I just said. We went back to speak with manager who advised that up until 6:30 hours she could not locate Jenkins leave the area she entered. At this point they called the police department and they went to the lobby to meet up, and they split up in groups and everything. They split up in groups. And where did they go? They searched the kitchen first. But they ended up all the way in the laundry room. Why did y'all go to the laundry room? Why did y'all go to the laundry room? While searching the basement area, I heard PSO Watch call out on the radio he had located Kenneka Jenkins. PSO Watch advised he had located Jenkins in the walk-in freezer in the kitchen on the southwest corner of the hotel near the loading docks. Right here, and everybody else was over here. It took them a while to even walk over here and show up on camera. We actually seen other officers who was actually at the front lobby. We saw officers walk the ballroom hall and go the back way to the kitchen because another employee showed them a faster way. And they got there before the people that was in the officers that was in the laundry room. They even got there before them. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. Actually, I actually wanted to show y'all this piece when I was talking about that earlier. So if you hear, you just got a little bit more information. So again, what's important to me is what went on in the rooms and what is being said on these lives, and also when they found Kenneka, and also the statements. Hotel room, lives, Kenneka walking around, hallways, employee areas, kitchen, and when they found her, and the statements that was given. Yes, come on, we should be able to open this up like a book and get back on this case. ROSMONT PD, you feel me? Now let me tell y'all something. I'ma always be truthful to y'all. I'ma always be loyal. I'ma always let you know what's real and what's the realest. You feel me? I'm always gonna let y'all know. Alright? I'm not gonna be running around here talking about nobody, okay? I'm definitely not. But if somebody put my name in their mouth, you know, it's kinda hard not to, say something. So, he's over there over exaggerating and stuff. It's so crazy because he spends so much more times talking about lies, lying on people than actual information. You know what I mean? Actual information. And every time he tell you something, he don't got no receipt. All he does is say payow. But I'm not about to get into that because my channel is not about that. I'm not about that type of life. I ain't trying to get on here going back and forth with a grown man. That's just not what I do. Right? Not what I do. And y'all are witnesses to it. You feel me? People just sick of it. I know y'all sick of it too. Y'all tell me about it all the time. There's a lot of y'all that tell me, man, I'm just so sick of him doing what he's doing. You know? That's why y'all want something new and fresh. And I got that for y'all. Right? So make sure y'all tune in to the next video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Um, and this is something that you guys have to pay attention and really, really think about. Okay, watch this over and over and over. You will understand this very, very clear. And it's very important. This is very important, y'all. All right. So I definitely do appreciate y'all once again. Thank y'all for coming through, watching my content. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. That way you know I'm coming. And make sure you click all. Right? Click all notifications. But yeah, it's your boy Clark Avenue, man. I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Outro.